Hey, I hate recording intros so much. Welcome back to another video on the Bobbie Ella channel. I think this is like my 7th or 8th video since I've been back. Maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah, we're back. But as much as I wanted to do another high production, well, as high production as I could do on an iPhone with mics I got off TikTok Shop, I wanted to do a sit down and yap video because I just love watching that kind of thing. So why not? I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I wanted to speak about, so I'm gonna just treat this like a little girly yap session. Before we get started, I am gonna crack open a Monster. So grab yourself a beverage. Yes, I have one of these already today, by the way, but needs a must. I should have done some ASMR. Beautiful. So I actually made a little list titled Yap about what I wanted to speak about in this video, but it isn't like scripted or anything. It's just gonna be me and the camera talking about whatever I want. Let's get into it, shall we? I think that June was my favourite month. I know we're in July, please don't come for me. I already know that. June was a great month. June was probably the best month of the year so far. I really love the summer. I really love these months in the summer because we have a lot of late nights, we have sunsets, I'm awake and it's still light out. But this month's been quite challenging in terms of just a few things that I've had going on. I'm gonna start off just talking about how grateful I am for my support circle and my network of people that I've got. And I think it's just really nice to reflect sometimes on the fact that I moved to Manchester 3 years ago, literally 3 years ago on the 17th of July. So, you know, we've been here a while. 3 years ago when I moved, I knew nobody here. I had a few people that I was in touch with through just joining groups and stuff, but I never I think it's been a lot of trial and error, making friends, making mistakes, you know, building friendships, losing people. A ladder was climbed and we've got to this point where I feel so grateful to the people that I know in my life. Oh, I'm gonna get emotional. I have in my life the people that I speak to regularly, the people that I see once or twice a month, people that I see every couple of months, people that I see never because they aren't in Manchester, but I have them back at home or across the other side of the world. People that have impacted me that I know I can rely on. Just the people that I have now, I'm so grateful to have them and to have them in my life, and I'm so grateful to all of them for the support they've given me over the past couple of weeks with stuff that's been going on at home. And I just feel like it's such a massive deal to have just a bunch of not even just friends, but chosen family and people that you care about and that you love and appreciate. My tribe, my family, my network, obviously my blood family, I adore them to pieces. Just grateful for all of the support and love that I've got on everything recently. Obviously my boyfriend as well, he's been absolutely great, and I just think there's a lot of people that he's brought into my life that I wouldn't have, obviously because of him, his family, his mates, people that care about him that also care about me as well. And it's just really nice to know that he's got that support, and then that I've got a little bit of that support as well. So it's just a really nice feeling to be struggling and having so much go on, but know that you've got friends, family, a support network that you have built and you have got. My confidence this last couple of weeks, because of things going on, I feel my brain, when I have stuff going on, brain is oh, you look gross, you look really shit, you know, and it makes me eat like shit, it makes me not want to work out, it makes me retreat into myself. And recently I've been telling myself off oh, you look gross, or you look fat, whatever, and I'm putting more content out and I'm trying to appear a certain way. My last video, I love that video now that it's out. When I was editing it though, I hated the clips of myself. I just felt so annoyed that it wasn't this beautiful glistening quality, and also that I didn't look better in it. Who even cares that I'm, you know, looking a certain way? I'm loved and I'm respected and I'm appreciated, not for my appearance, but for who I am inside. My confidence might be quite low, but the fact that I've got such a loving and caring people, like, group of people around me, makes me kind of realise I'm not that bad, because why do all these wonderful people want to know me? I think that's the message that I'm trying to portray. I'm chatting a lot of shit. This is going to get heavily corrupt. The last video as well, like, I put it out and people liked it, and my boyfriend said to me, he said that he was falling asleep to it, not because he was bored, but because he was comforted. So I think it's really nice knowing that he's got like that much love for me, that he feels calm when he hears me talk, which is just really nice. He said that when I'm away from him and stuff, like, he'll put me on if he can't sleep, and that will like help him relax, which is a really nice sentiment and something that I'm grateful to have heard, because even if I only have 30 subscribers, I know that he's my biggest fan and he's gonna watch them. So I appreciate that so much, and yeah. I'm gonna cry again. But yeah, just to round off that little segment, I am very grateful for everyone in my life. I'm very grateful for who I've become living in Manchester. It hasn't always been, you know, I haven't just waltzed into Manchester, found an amazing group of people and built this social life from like with no effort. This has been like 3 years worth of just trying to find my people and my tribe. But if you guys want more information, or I think I'm going to do it whether you ask for it or not, but like I think I'm going to make some content surrounding like making friends, talking to new people. I do have an amazing support network, but I didn't just, you know, miraculously wake up with it. I've had to build it. I've had to put that work in. I've had to find these nice people. I do want to talk about how I've built my confidence in talking to people, how I've gone from this like really introverted, shy, quiet girl to someone who can just talk to anyone. And don't get me wrong, again, still get tired, still get sad, still have bad times, and life has not been like, you know, giving me nice lemons recently, but we have good people around us and I'm very, very grateful for that. So so now I've just yapped about my life and probably made you turn off. Do you actually have some thoughts about other things? I want to talk about the Idaho murders. I feel like if you haven't heard what the Idaho murders are, like, go Google them right now and come back, because it's a lot to explain. I saw this case on my TikTok when it first happened and it fell off my TikTok and I wasn't following it. But then obviously they're releasing a Netflix documentary on it, and they're also currently, or they were in the process of his trial. His trial started in like mid-June. The guy that did it, like, he is literally a textbook murderer. Like, that is the exact type of guy that you would think would murder someone. Because you just would perceive like someone like him and you'd be like, yeah, you could kill someone. And I feel like it's quite a shock that he got away with it for as long as he did, because of the fact that he's so textbook. But I'm so glad they caught him. Like, I am annoyed that he didn't get the death penalty, which sounds quite the opposite of who I am as a person, because I don't think he's going to have any remorse. I just think he's such an annoyingly arrogant man that I don't think going to prison is enough for him. So I really just hope that life is not kind to him and he gets what he deserves, because karma is a bitch. Jojo Siwa said it best. Loved the speeches given by, I think her name's Kaylee, Kaylee's mum and sister. No notes. Everything they said was chef's kiss. I also don't think that he did it alone, which I've seen online, because he did all of that, like all the stabbings, all the killings, had a fight with Kaylee in 10 minutes. And there is no way at all that he did all of that and got changed and got away in 10 minutes. Like 10 whole minutes. Are you for real? Really glad that he's getting time in prison though, and really glad that he hopefully will get what he deserves with that, because what a knob. Next thing I've got written down is the summer I turned pretty. I love it. I'm a big fan of Jenny Han. Jenny Han, she's so good at creating characters. I've read her book series To All the Boys I Loved Before, as well as watching all of them and watching XO Kitty, the spin-off series. I'm a big fan of her work, okay? I'm a huge fan of her work. The Summer I Turned Pretty, it follows a girl called Belly. Belly is the daughter of Laurel. Laurel and Susanna are best friends, and then they have kids, and they both have 2 each. Laurel has Belly and Stephen, and Susanna has Jeremiah and Conrad. Now, the title is The Summer I Turned Pretty. She goes basically to Cousins Beach every summer, and every summer she's with them all the time. But this summer is different because they are all, you know, teenagers with hormones. Conrad and Jeremiah kind of both have feelings for her. Conrad's a little bit more of an open dickhead. Conrad's a little bit more of an arse, I think you can sort of say. Like, Jeremiah is just like golden retriever energy, like happy boy, like he's always like very like, you know, like like I'll help, like kind of thing. But he's, I think, obviously on first watch and initial, I think a lot of people were like, oh, I'm team Jeremiah, because, you know, everyone falls into like camps, don't they, with these kind of things. But I looked at that first series and I said team Conrad for many reasons. There have been so many reasons, and I'll have to go back and like rewatch it to probably tell you exactly what pinpointed it for me. But it was just the way that they understood each other, I think, that's always been something that I think makes them stand out. Jeremiah and Belly are really good together, and I will say that for them. But Conrad and Belly just fit so much more in this new series. So we've had 2 whole seasons of this situation, and at the end of last season, Betty, having broken up with Conrad, gets with Jeremiah. So she's been with Conrad, they've had a falling out, they've had an issue. She broke up with him, he was an arse to Belly, and Belly broke up with him and got with Jeremiah. I can't remember the exact timeline, I just know that because that's how we started the season. So Belly and Jeremiah are at college together. They are living the dream life. They are happy as anything. In the books, it's a little bit different. And at one point in the series, before the series starts, Jeremiah goes on a trip. I mean, he didn't tell Belly about it. And they have a falling out. And they say, shall we break up? And they're like, fine. So then in Jeremiah's eyes, they are broken up. And in Belly's eyes, they're not. And they ignore each other for the whole week. Jeremiah's broken, Belly's broken. He's on the trip. And it comes out in the series, like, that we see that but when they were broken up, Jeremiah did sleep with someone else. To me, that wasn't a problem. But we do see them get back together. Flashback to that. In the flashback, Jeremiah is like, you know, sat next to Belly. She's reached out to him. Let's keep that in mind. Like, she's, you know, got in contact with him, met up with him, whatever. And he's like, oh, does this mean that you want to get back together, after they kind of reconcile? And she's like, we were never broken up. And he visibly is annoyed, or like, you know, he's confused by this, because in his eyes, they were broken up. They were done, you know?
You think you're gonna get out of this on a technicality?
So to me, that was not an issue. He was broken up with her. As much as I am team Conrad, listen when I tell you this, me, just hold your hand. He thought they were broken up. Like, he genuinely believed that. But don't, like, wait. Team Conrad girlies, let me talk. He could have said to Belly in that moment, I'm so sorry. I thought we were broken up. I slept with someone else. But that would have been better than letting her find out from the girl at a party, like, weeks later, right? But in my opinion, the initial, like, cheating wasn't actually cheating. It was the fact that he didn't tell her, and that told me, which is, I think, what Belly's roommate, I can't remember her name, put it on the screen. I can't remember everyone's names. I should have written stuff down, but I forgot. What Belly's new roommate said, which was that he could tell he'd done something wrong. And I think that's quite telling of Jeremiah's character.
We were on the break!
In my opinion, he didn't do anything wrong until he didn't tell her. And then that was where it became a problem, to me anyway. After they, like, you know, she finds out that he did that, and they break up for a bit. Stephen, Belly's older brother, gets in an accident. Belly is at the hospital on her own. So Jeremiah comes, is there for her, and they agree to make up and be okay. And then actually they get engaged, which is just the weirdest plot twist I will ever have seen in my life. Like, that was probably one of the worst moments ever, because stand on business, Belly. If you're going to be mad at him, be mad at him. Why are you getting married to him? Because they are full well-rounded characters that both have good and bad in them, and they both have problems and they both have issues. But I would just say in this series, Conrad has been so emotionally mature, aside from lying to everyone about his job, but that, you know, whatever. Basically, they're very full, well-rounded characters on both sides, but Conrad has matured a lot in the last couple of seasons. He has grown as a person. He's got a job, although one thing I will say, I'm not for the Jeremiah slander on the degree front. People have to reset things. That is not what is a problem with Jeremiah, and it never will be. What is a problem is his attitude. This episode upset me the most because Conrad literally cancels his entire flight home because Belly is in bed sobbing. Keep in mind, like, Jeremiah is engaged to his brother's ex-girlfriend, right? Asks his older brother to be his best man without any kind of acknowledgement of, you used to date her, I know you used to love her, I know, I'm really sorry, like, this, we're dating, like, I really want you to be there, but understand if you can't. There's no acknowledgement of that at all. And we just know that if tables were reversed, Jeremiah would throw a fit. And then they were taking the piss out of it. And I just feel like there was no acknowledgement of his feelings. I'm also not ignoring the fact that Belly was involved in that. You know when you don't clock on that someone else still feels a certain type of way about you because you don't want them to feel that way. I feel like Belly, she's in a relationship with Jeremiah. She just can't, like, address the elephant in the room. It isn't actually up to her to address the elephant in the room. Conrad doesn't have to be a dickhead about it. But all I'm saying is if it was roles reversed, Jeremiah would not be doing anything that Conrad has done, like not even calmly responding, right? This episode upset me because Jeremiah and Belly first of all have this conversation, which is very significant because Belly has dreamed of going to Paris. Like, we see it in the flashbacks, in the bedroom flashback, for example. There is this huge thing of like, the wallpapers from Paris, it's your favourite colour. Like, she has wanted Paris for longer than she's wanted Conrad or Jeremiah. I think in my head, her not going to Paris is like a big issue. I know that in some people's eyes, she said, you know, I don't want to do that. But what she's done in that situation is not doing it for her, she's doing it for Jeremiah. And Jeremiah has gone, well, I don't want you to go. So in her head, that cemented it. That said, yeah, Jeremiah doesn't want me to go, I'm not going. If Jeremiah had said, I want you to do what you want to do, and I will support that, and I will come visit you, I want you to go. Like, imagine, like, the difference, right? I just feel like he could have, like, that was a real big red flag for me.
Listen, little
Jeremiah was to get hurt by something. I don't think he'd let Belly do it. Whereas Conrad, the second that Belly is sobbing in bed because her parents aren't happy that she's marrying his brother, Conrad is like, oh my god, I'll cancel my flight then. Agrees to be his sodding brother's best man. Stays, and now we're going to see him, like, be there, whatever. That man cancelled his flight and stayed and agreed to be best man at their wedding because he knew that it would make Belly happy. That is killing him. That man is literally broken. He is literally broken. And he's decided, nope, ignoring my feelings, making Belly happy. Are you insane? What do you mean? What do you mean, bro? Him being like, what have I done at the end? I cried. The last two endings have just really tugged on the heartstrings. Her favourite cake. Like, he went, like, Jeremiah might have gone to Baskin Robbins and got a cake from the shop. Conrad baked. Conrad made the effort to bake. So while I will admit that Belly and Jeremiah have their cute little moments, they're not Belly and Conrad. They're not Belly and Conrad. I kind of hope that Belly just doesn't choose either of them. Enough. I'm not doing this anymore. I'll always love both of you, but I'm a head out, and I'll see you at some other point when I'm married to a French man. You know, at this point, I don't know if I'll be happy seeing her go back to Conrad, because I feel like that's not going to work out unless something really changes in Belly's head and soul, because there's a lot of growing up that she needs to do and maturing that she needs to do Laurel has a little bit of a point in that I don't think Belly completely knows what she wants for herself. Like the fact that she's even considering not going to Paris is an indication that something's not right for her. Like to think that, like, I would say she needs to learn that she does want that in order for her to like develop and grow and mature. Laurel not going, I didn't mean to do it now, but like Laurel not going to her daughter's wedding because of like her not wanting them to get married that young is insane. Like that's one thing you stand by your daughter on. Like you stand by them and you just support them unconditionally. Like see me, they need to be at the wedding, walking her down the aisle, letting her do what she wants, and then she can figure it out from there. I just don't know how we're going to come back from this. I know the books are different in some ways, but I know that they're similar. I do know that in the book she ends up with Conrad, but I haven't read them. Let me know if I should. But I'm so frustrated with people who don't see Jeremiah as good, but also people who don't understand that he's not great. I have equal parts lover and hater of Jeremiah. I think he's a fully rounded character with flaws and his good points and his bad points, but there are situations in which he is lacking in how things are coming across, and I think Belly needs Conrad more than she needs Jeremiah, because he's like a child to her, whereas like Conrad looks after her, and I feel like it's just kind of like they both can't be the children in the relationship, if that makes sense. Let me know what you think in the comments and we can discuss, because I love this kind of thing. What else do I have on here? Oh, I also have just some goals for the channel. August in like 2 days. I don't know when this video is going to go out. Like today's Wednesday. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow, it's going to be Friday. It might be in August that we're seeing this video go out. But if it is, I mean, even if it is, I have a few goals in mind for August. I have a few content ideas and strategies that I want to start to put in place, and things that I want to kind of hone in on and focus on creating and making. I do want to do more of this kind of video, so if you enjoyed it, please give it a massive thumbs up. I wanted to do a kind of like talkative series. We probably will get a little bit more kind of cozy with it. I just genuinely believe that having a chatty kind of section of the channel, as well as like some kind of more like scripted, well thought out content, having like a monthly one of these might be a good shout, because then I can just talk about like whatever's on my mind. So obviously the Idaho case, the sun might turn pretty, all that kind of thing. I feel like I might start to develop like more of a kind of like hone in on like film, TV, current affairs, politics, girl talk, like things like that. I've got a few ideas on what I want to do, how I want to go about it. I'm gonna do a vision board after I've made this. I'm gonna just sit and process everything that I want for August, everything that I want for September, and just kind of prepare myself for some content that I'm going to be posting for the next 2 months. I do want to focus a bit more on the Formula 1 side of my channel. I know I've already done like one episode on that, but I do want to talk about it. I have a lot to say. I just haven't had chance to really kind of script a good video and research things that I want to talk about. But I will do that. Just been really kind of trying to figure out my niche, my things that I like, the content that I watch versus what I can really make. I'm a yapper. I'm always going to be a yapper. So this section of my channel, I think I'm going to call it something like Bobbie Ella Yaps or something like that. I hope you had a wonderful week, and please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more. And let me know what you think about all the topics discussed, and if you have anything that you want discussing in the next one. I hope that you have a wonderful, well, you've had a wonderful July, and that August brings you lots and lots of joy. Love ya.